Alright, hey my friend, it's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home office, and this is going to be not just a conversation on how to start a gym business plan, but how to actually start a business plan in general, how to start a business in general, I should say, in a way with the least amount of stresses, headaches, and anxiety when it comes to actually planning stuff out. Because I will tell you, having friends of mine, alright, who have started their own gym, alright, the process of dealing with, what you can afford, what you can't afford, what equipment's going to be working, what equipment won't work, what equipment, is needed, okay, it can be stressful. It can be really something that can, beat yourself up over, especially if you don't have the budget set aside for a lot of equipment that's needed in a gym. And if you are looking at a space to operate in a gym, alright, a big space, it can be crazy stuff. And I would advise you, before you consider this approach and you go through the massive headache of planning stuff out, of what you can afford and what you can't afford, and what you need and what you have to have, and then equipment, supplies, employees, and then the operating costs with that on a monthly basis, before you go through that headache of planning all that stuff out, if you're looking at starting a business just to be your own boss and create something that's highly profitable where you can afford what you want to do when you want to do it, I've got something I want to throw your way. And if you hear me out here for like just 2 minutes, alright, I might be able to change your mind when it comes to this, because my story and experience with this goes back over the last year when I transitioned from a traditional business and I came across a person who was building a business, high multiple 6-figure income, almost a 7-figure income business, their second year in business, and because they were doing this without supplies, without equipment, without staff, without having a gym space to operate under and all those expenses with it on a monthly basis, without having to deal with that overhead, I should say, because they weren't dealing with that, making and building a business on the internet, okay, traveling around the world, doing what they wanted to do, when they wanted to do it, without time and money being an issue. I reached out to them, luckily they reached back to me, and in less than about 30 days, big results, disclaimer, I'm not promising or guaranteeing you results, but I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time on the internet, without supplies, without equipment, without any of that stuff. That can, from a business perspective, alright, decrease your income, the amount of money you can make, alright, and increase your workload, because you got to maintain it and you got to put money towards it, you got to pay people, and you got to fix things up every now and then. So I strongly advise you, if you just are looking to build a business and you want to build a business with the least amount of headaches and planning of, what you can afford, what you can't afford, how much it's going to cost on a monthly, daily, weekly basis for you to maintain things and keep things running, and then be able to pay yourself without going through all that, alright, best thing you could do, learn how to build a business online. If you want to create a business that creates time, freedom, and flexibility, where you can do what you want when you want, learn how to build a business on the internet. Learn the skills required. And there is a lot of trainings and systems and programs out there, so I won't leave you hanging. And I'll leave you with this last tip. If you want to build a business on the internet, connect with someone who's willing to connect with you, who's already doing it. That way you don't have to reinvent the wheel and walk down a path you've never walked down before, because that's going to lead you down a lot of frustration as well. So just connect with someone who's willing to connect with you. And honestly, it's what worked for me, so it can definitely work for you too. So I appreciate your time. It's been fun talking with you. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And if you're following me here and you'd like to learn how to build a business on the internet, I can be that person for you. If you are willing to learn things, you're willing to put in work, you're not afraid of those two things, if you're coachable and trainable, connect with me on my site, grab your training. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link in the description below, and also connect with you one-on-one from there. But aside from that, even if you're not interested, I look forward to seeing your success story. But if you are, I look forward to seeing you on the other side, connecting with you further to help you get the results that you want. And I hope that means a lot. I know this is a YouTube video, but I do mean that, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Take care.